What's going on, everybody? Back with another educational video, specifically in the Solstice ecosystem. I want to show you guys and teach you guys a little bit another of the tools that's available, and that is looping. And more specifically, using Loopscale to loop PTUSX. Now, this one's probably going to be a lengthy one because there's a lot of details to cover. Looping in crypto is further down the risk curve, so there's a lot more potential risk involved. So please use this as a baseline information, but do your own research before you get involved. I'm going to try to cover as much as possible to get you guys started off right. Looping is lucrative in the sense that you can find high APYs even when the market is not blazing. In this case, Solstice right now has a current fixed yield around 6.4%. If you're getting into PTs, if you don't understand PTs and YTs, I've made a video for that. I'll link below. And with looping it, you can get as high as 18 to actually 24% APY. Essentially what happens is you have PTs that are earning the 6%. You are borrowing regular stable coins off of it. You're using it to buy more PTs, add to your collateral, borrow more regular stable coins, add to your PTs. So you grow your PT stack that's earning you 6%. And then when you want to unwind, you keep all the yield, you pay back all the looping, and you've kind of multiplied your yield. That's the basics of it. I've actually set up a position, a very small position, so I can show you guys how to manage it. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to actually show you guys how to set it up step by step as I'm going to increase my position. So let's take a look at it. I have a small one set up now. I'll actually just go and manage to kind of break it down further. So as you can see, I've put about 10 PT in it, which is around $10. My net APY right now is 21% because I've looped it 4.5 times. Position LTV means how much of my position is being borrowed. At 92% is when it would start getting liquidated. So I do have this 16% range, and that's what's showing on the health. So this is something that you can look and see, hey, how much comfort room do I have? Luckily, I'm using PTUSX, which is a PT of a stable coin. So there isn't going to be much volatility. So to be honest, you don't have to worry too much about this. It would only be on an event of a DPEG where things would get a little dicey. And for that to get dicey, it also shows you here at 0.82 cents would be when things start to unwind for me. Now, I doubt there's going to be another DPEG that brings it down to this price, but that is one of the risks that you have to look out for. It also shows the price oracle that is being used to determine the price of our stablecoins. It's Pyth. You could also check Pyth to check the statuses of all if you really want to get into the nitty gritties of it. But anyways, that's information about my position. Here's more about like the dollar value. So like I said, my net position value is 10, right? I've actually borrowed up to 32 USX with that. So again, I have 10, I borrowed 8, added on, borrowed 6, added on, borrowed 4, added on. And that's how you kind of loop. So I've borrowed up to 32 USX. So my total is 43.45 PTUSX. That is earning 6%. But of course, I'm going to have to sell that to pay it back when I unwind. So it shows your P&L, your cost P&L. It's all there for you, which is really nice to see. Another important thing, the terms. I am borrowing at 2% APY. This is actually, I should have mentioned at the beginning, one of the reasons why looping is even valid is when the borrowing cost is lower than the yield. So like I said before, the regular yield is around 6.46%. To borrow is 2%. So by looping, you are capturing the difference. So that 4% difference is what you're earning from this much larger amount, this much larger amount that you've borrowed and flipped into PTUSX. So I did this about an hour ago. So that's kind of the breakdown of the loop. You can close the loop here. Loopscale does a great job at setting it up for you and letting you close it yourself. So if I was to show you a step-by-step to get from in your wallet to a loop, we can do that. So first you want to have some USX. I would hope that you're able to use USX, or else I'm going too far back. You go to Exponent, lovely website as well. Go to the income tab, and this is where you see all the different PTs that you can get into. Again, if you don't know the difference between PTs and YTs, I have a video for that linked below. Here, I like to look for the date. I like, instead of doing the pictures, I like to look at the long list. As you can see, there's a USX here. The one that can be used as collateral ends in June. So this is the perfect one. You would go invest. We're going to do 10K. You can use different. You can use Sol. You can use USDC. You can use different things to get in. And it was a cool thing to see. I'm going to get about 10,200 PT USX. And as it says here, by 1st of June, I will be able to claim it as 10,200 USX. So there is my 6% APY if I wait till the end of June. Click the invest button. And of course, on Solana, this goes super fast. Oh, gotta log into my wallet. And that goes through. Perfect. Now that I have my PTs, I go on Loopscale. I click Loop. Luckily, PTUSX is one of the featured ones, so it's right there. Otherwise, I would just search for it. Click here. You can see the PTs show up in my wallet. We're just going to do max. Click the max button. So here's a cool thing that I think is only on Loopscale. You can fix the rate of your borrowing. Right now, it's only 1 day. So I'm going to check on this tomorrow to see if the percentage changes. But I'm going to do 1 day fixed rate. So I know it's 2% APY. It says there's about 1 million USX available for that. I'm going to go with 4.5x leverage. Again, this is a stable coin. So to be honest, 5x should be fine. But just for my own conscious, I'm going to go 4.5x. My APY is going to be around 22%. Going to be earning a lot of points, which I have to kind of look into. And then it says, break even is 2 days. So there again, it shows all the details, the liquidation price and all the things that we've gone through already. So let me get this deposit going. Confirm. I think the cost of all the loopings, what they say, that it'll take 2 days of yield to get me back to the break even of executing this loop. So this is not something that you want to start and stop and pop in and out of, because your first 2 days here are being used to recoup all the fees from looping. So there it is, my position, and then it's the same. It'll be the P&Ls, the repays, all of that's there. I can close the loop at any time. Again, I'm gonna hold and stick this one out, and I'll update you guys on the earning. Here it's looking pretty healthy at 15%. Again, I'll keep watch over this. So that's how you set up looping. It's fairly simple. And again, I'll be earning points too. So maybe Loopscale might also do an airdrop. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just educational content. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. I might have gone through it relatively fast, relatively slow. I'm sure I'm missing a couple things that people have questions about. So definitely drop them below. Thanks for watching all the way through. Cheers.